the King James Version. For those who's been following the recent insights into the lives of the author of the King James Version, there's been loads and loads of controversy just recently about the King James Version, and a lot of people, because of that, they want to discredit the Bible, because they actually said the person who wrote the King James Version, as in the King James, who used to be one of the kings in England, they said a lot of things about him. He was a tyrant. He was bisexual and all of that. And that was one Bible I grew up with. I remember even my dad buying when he came to my school when I was in secondary school. My dad used to come to my school during, it was girls' school, during his break time. He would drive to my school. I think it was once a week or twice a week. I think it was once a week. He would come to the school and he would, all the teachers and the student, everybody would gather gather in the hall, and he would minister. And I remember he bought Bible. It was actually the King James Version, or the Bible he bought for every single person. I think it was about 300, 400 Bibles, or there were about 500 Bibles, for every single person. So King James, the King James Version is one Bible that I really loved, because I think because of the way the English, the way it explains, because I'm used to the Shakespearean kind of English. I read Shakespeare. Shakespeare was one of the best books. I was a student of literature. Literature was my best subject when I was in secondary school. So I really loved the way. That was the reason. I think the reason why I really was very good with literature, especially when it comes to Shakespearean, the books written by Shakespeare, was because of the fact that I'm actually thinking maybe because of the background I had when it comes to King James Version. So King James Version. Now, my insight into this whole thing is this: if you look at the places in the Bible where some certain things that God will reveal some certain things to a person who, how would I put it? That person might not even be a child of God. If you look at what happened with Nebuchadnezzar, after he came out from, after the 7 years, while he was turned into a wild animal and all of that, there are some places in Daniel, you will see some of the things he wrote. Some of the things he wrote, some of those things are things we quote today. So some of us were quoting Nebuchadnezzar in the book, from the book of Daniel. If God can speak through a donkey, if God can speak through a donkey, if God can speak through a rock, God can speak through anybody. And according to the research I did, he wasn't the one that wrote the book, but he was the one that got the people together, people that wrote the book. Then it was now okay. He was now his name was now put there to say, okay, this is the King James Version. So nothing about people like, oh, the book, the Bible, whatever. Can you imagine whatever? That's what I'm saying. Okay, look at even Christians. Christians even go to schools and they sit down under what they call it. It can even be a criminal. It can even be a rapist. You sit down and the person gives you information that you're going to use. You're going to sit under this person for 5 years or for 8 years or for 10 years or for whatever number of years. And you're going to run your life based on the information that person gave to you. You never thought of the fact that, why would I want to sit with this person because this person's life is this and that? So this is just the first part of my insight into this whole King James Bible controversy. King James was actually, he wasn't a righteous person. He was bisexual, all of that. So I want us to really look at it properly from this perspective, the perspective I've just given to us.